Hello, my name is Matthew Messeray, and I am the lead curator of the exhibit Indecent Exposure. This is a traveling exhibit, first being displayed at Watson Auditorium at Wentworth Institute, and then at the Museum of Fine Arts, Boston, and finally at the John Soane Museum in London. Indecent exposure is premised on the notion of a deliberate public exposure by a person or of a portion of their body in a manner contrary to local standards. The research presented in Indecent Exposure focuses on an otherness in the everyday that is either suppressed or overridden by an ordering system or classical language of vision. Rather than standing staunchly in defiance to this language of vision, the exhibit displays seemingly conventional content in a seemingly unconventional manner. Each object within the exhibit is displayed in such a manner that abstracts the objects to the point where they are treated as enigmas, part of an other world. Normally, museum exhibits at the Museum of Fine Arts focus on art collections presented by either permanent or traveling collections, or in recent years, new acquisitions in collections normally stored in archives. The memory of Steinert Hall continues to remind us of the multiple hidden layers of social interaction within the urban environment. Has only come to attention in the past few years the stories of the baths to the broader public. Enduring elements of the city, such as the Steinert Building, hold stories of their own, much like the characters that interact with them. These collected research includes dioramic imagery, physical artifacts related to the baths at Steinert Hall, and a series of images and stories that document the unknown space. Through this ethnographic survey of a hidden space for Boston subversive, it leads one to question the interaction of civic life, the public realm, and privacy behind our urban structures. Furthermore, the survey intends to break the taboos of a seemingly invisible aspect of society despite its online proliferation. The physical presence of sexual spaces has been quelled in American cities since the rise of the AIDS epidemic of the 80s and 90s and consumerism towards family values promoted by multinational corporations. At the same time, an entire generation of people were displaced from places of habitation to make for what was seen as normal. Focusing on the feelings of desire and curiosity, the exhibit uses elements of discretion to display work that would typically be shown fully exposed. Shown in the Koch Gallery at the MFA, peep show devices force one to view both decent and illicit collages and dioramas in an intimate one-on-one experience. Drawings are obscured from view through these devices and through an ambiguous framework of storytelling. The exhibit design itself qualifies and intensifies the project aim to expose the assumptions and blindness one faces in the everyday in order to value the expected and familiar. The display of the work is eerily similar to normative practices, intensifying the uncanny quality of the exhibit as it is just slightly off. Inspiration comes from Marcel Duchamp's Et Tamponnet and the porn theaters, peep shows, and other elements of red light districts that have now been sanitized and cleared for other forms of habitation. The exhibit does not seek to capitalize or romanticize a past that is seemingly no longer visible. Yet, at the same time, these forms of habitation have not disappeared, but are simply discrete and visible in plain sight. Drawing on the MFA's long engagement with the studies of local history, Indecent Exposure invites viewers and readers to experience the power of a not-so-hidden world that is neither indecent, exposed, or non-normative. It is simply unknown.